What's going on YouTube? Justin the Animal here, and today I'm going to show you how to perform dumbbell chest flies. Okay, first things first, I'm going to go ahead and grab onto your dumbbells. Okay, I'm going to do it with the bench set up at a 90-degree angle. The only reason why I'm doing that is so you can get more of a bird's eye view on the position of how I'm performing the exercise. Okay, obviously when you're performing your dumbbell flies, you're going to be performing it on the flat bench. You could also do it on an incline, but for today's video it's going to be on a flat bench. Okay, so we're just going to pretend this is a flat bench. Okay, grabbing onto your dumbbells. Me personally, I like to start off by having a slight tilt on my position, okay, on the hand position. So this is a neutral grip right here, right? I like to tilt it about a 45-degree angle right here. The reason being is I like to picture more like if I'm doing with cables when I'm doing my chest flies, okay? So personally, here's okay with me, but I feel more concentration onto the pecs when I have a slight tilt right here. So bringing my dumbbells to about a 45-degree angle and stretching out that chest as I lower the weight, getting full stretch, lengthening the muscle, and then coming back, squeezing, and getting a nice contraction, okay? That's personally how I like to do it. Doing a neutral grip like this, completely fine, okay? There's no right or wrong answer, excuse me. There's no right or wrong answer doing it like this compared to doing it like this. I feel most comfortable working the weights this way with a 45-degree tilt compared to a 90. Now, going on a little bit about the grip, okay? So as you start to work with dumbbell flies and you start to go heavier, there's one thing that you'll notice that kind of stresses you out, okay? It stresses you out your joints. So as you go heavier, as you start to bring that arm back, all that weight, right, is pulling against your wrist, is pulling against your elbow, and it could also pull against your shoulders, okay? So there's a little bit of a trick I like to do when I'm grabbing onto my dumbbell as well. When I'm performing my flies, I don't just grab them like I would with a regular dumbbell if I'm doing like bicep curls or anything like that, okay? I kind of like to cup them. And the reason, the best way I could say of cupping them is kind of like I make a U shape, okay? And I like to tell my clients that it's like having Lego hands. You know, if you ever play with those Lego figures, you always know those toys always have like Lego hands. Their hands are kind of shaped like a U. So I like to place that dumbbell across the palm like this and make it more of a U shape. And I'm going to show you why I do it that way. So hopefully you can see me good in this angle, okay? But I'm gonna do it with one hand just to show you an example. Okay, so first starting with a regular grip, okay? Coming down, slight 45-degree tilt, right? I'm having a slight bend on the elbow, bringing it down, stretching the pec, coming back up, squeezing, okay? This is totally fine, works great with me. The problem is as I start to go heavier, that weight, as I bring it down, is going to add a lot of stress, not really to the muscle, but more onto the joints, you know? My chest might be able to handle that weight, but not my joints. So I want to go ahead and protect myself because obviously longevity is the key. So one way I like to do it is Lego hand, right? Cupping the dumbbell like this. And I like to focus on having that U always pointed towards the ceiling as I come down, back up, okay? This allows me to maneuver my arms accordingly so that way I can protect my joints as I come down. From here, I don't feel stress onto the wrist because the way I'm holding onto the dumbbell, the weight isn't pulling my wrist anymore. The weight is directly on top as I cup it. Coming down, I can work with heavier weight without feeling the stress of that joint being pulled compared to grabbing it like this. And now here I feel all that weight It's only 10 pounds, so it's not really that bad, but I'm feeling that weight pulling the wrists, the elbows, okay? So again, I like to cup it, and as I cup it, that U shape, basically allows me to guide the path of that dumbbell as I come up. So again, U shape, hopefully you guys can see it good. Coming down, and I'm still having that U shape pointed up. I'm not having that U shape come down like this. If I have it like this, where that U is pointed to the other side, now I'm starting to feel stress onto that wrist. Here I feel stress. Here I feel more controlled, right? Big difference, because now, again, tilting my hands that way, now I feel my wrist being pulled. One more time. I'm going to show you the way I do it. Grab on, right? U shape, coming down, keeping that U facing the ceiling as I stretch the pec, coming back up. As compared to having that dumbbell pull on the wrist. Okay? So now I'm going to show you the way I do it in the full video, full range of motion. Okay? Now performing the actual exercise as if I'm actually working out. Dumbbell on each hand, okay? Laying down onto the bench, keeping the core nice and tight, bringing the dumbbells up. Quick little tip, don't have the dumbbells align the shoulders, have the dumbbells align the chest, okay? That way you're not stressing out the shoulders when you bring it down. So again, not up here, right here, above the chest, not the shoulder level, okay? Slight belting on the elbows. Remember, cup the dumbbells. Breathe in, stretching the pec as far as down as possible, so you feel a good stretch. Breathe out. And of course, cupping it allows me to work with heavier weights without stressing the joints, right? Because I'm going to be honest, working with 10 pounds on chest flies for me is not it, right? I like to work with heavier weight. So doing that kind of motion, now I can work with heavier weights. For example, the 50s. Bringing it up right here. Again, that U faces the ceiling. One more time. Breathe in. Good stretch. Breathe out. And you're all done. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time for the next video.